NCP, that had been part of the Shiv Sena alliance led by Uddhav Thackeray, has come in support of the Uddhav Thackeray camp. They have put up posters supporting the Uddhav camp as the real heir to the Bala Sahib's legacy ahead of the Dussehra rally. Because remember, the Dussehra rally is the big tussle about who really is the next legacy and will be taking as a successor after Bala Sahib Thackeray. But right outside Matoshri, ahead of the Dussehra rally, NCP has put up these posters in support of Uddhav Thackeray and against Shinde camp. Let's quickly go across to my colleague Dev Kotak on the same. Dev, so have these posters been put up right outside Matoshri where Uddhav Thackeray stays? And if you can help us translate, what exactly are these posters about?
Well, yes, certainly the poster definitely bears big names. If you can see, it is clearly printed with prominent names like Ajit Pawar, Chhagan Bhujbal, Dilip Walse Patil, Supriya Sule. Then there's from Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray, Bala Sahib Thackeray, Sachin Ahir, Aditya Thackeray. These are some household names, these are some very big names. And when NCP puts up posters depicting these Shiv Sena leaders, it shows a certain sense of support and a feeling that all is well between the two parties, especially given the kind of political slugfest that was involved in the state of Maharashtra and the way the government was dethroned for Eknath Shinde's government to be formed. And however, since you asked me what do these posters mean, it says Ek Sangatna, Ek Vichar, Ekach Maidan, which means one organization, one thought process and ideology and one ground, which shows and depicts a certain sense of unity and clearly goes on to prove the fact that their previous coalition partners are still very much with them, standing out absolutely in full support of them all the time, especially given the fact that the way the government was changed and rather toppled over in a certain sense, if I may say so. So this is why this poster coming right before the Dussehra rally, which the Shiv Sena has been doing for over 50 years at the iconic Shivaji Park, started under Bala Sahib Thackerays time, where he would inspire and give fiery speeches on the day of Dussehra.
And who will do that now? You know, that is now going to be the big controversy. Dev, please keep tracking all the latest that's coming in from Maharashtra. NCP in support of Uddhav Thackeray camp against the Shinde camp over this. Now, let's go across and stay with Maharashtra, but a different story, which is about Maharashtra's Congress president. Nana Patole, he's compared the lumpy virus, which is being seen in cattle, to the cheetahs that recently arrived in Madhya Pradesh. What you're looking is this big political face-off that has started. So what precisely has happened is that it's a viral video in which Nana Patole is seen explaining the reason behind the spread of the lumpy virus across the country. He's claiming that this virus existed in Nigeria and came to India only because the cheetahs were brought by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and released by him on his birthday. He's accusing the central government for deliberately bringing the cheetahs to harm farmers in India. He's questioning the government's decision to bring the cheetahs in India, asking whether this will bring across any change or development or employment in the country. But the BJP has responded, and fact-checking him first, Union Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia said to Nana Patole the cheetahs were brought from first Namibia, not Nigeria. Then BJP leader Shehzad Poonawalla also mocked the Maharashtra Congress president, calling the party the biggest vector of fake news and lies.
ये लंपी रोग यानी क्या? ये लंपी रोग जो है नाइजीरिया करके एक देश है, वहां पर ये कई सालों से था और ये चित्ता भी जो लाया गया है उधर से ही लाया गया है. तो चित्ते के चिट्ठे और गैया के चिट्ठे ये दोनों समान आते हैं. ये केंद्र की सरकार ने जानबूझकर किसानों का नुकसान करने के लिए ये व्यवस्था बनाई है. अब चित्ता लाने से क्या बेरोजगारी हटने वाली है? चित्ता लाने से गरीबी हटने वाली है या महंगाई कम होने वाली है?
महाराष्ट्र के कांग्रेस के प्रांत अध्यक्ष कह रहे हैं कि देश में आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में चीते आए. इस गौरव की बात का मजाक उड़ाते हुए गंभीरता से वे कह रहे हैं इन चीतों के कारण महाराष्ट्र में जानवरों की लिम्पी बीमारी आई. क्या संबंध है? कांग्रेस दल की इस घटिया मानसिकता के लिए, देश के किसानों को और लोगों को गुमराह करने के लिए उन्होंने हाथ जोड़ करके माफी मांगी होगी.
And joining me in this morning telecast is my colleague Amit Bhardwaj on that. Amit, it's quite a bizarre comparison to make in the first place, but how is this now becoming a political face-off? And the cheetahs, you know, haven't even been released out or anything to say that this is actually because of that. The lumpy virus has spread, which is actually quite a serious and tragic scare among the cattle today.
Well, absolutely right, Pooja. You know, there's a bizarre parallel drawn by Maharashtra Congress chief Nana Patole, where he goes on to say that cheetahs and this lumpy virus have come from Nigeria, and this has been done deliberately by the central government in order to harm the farmers. Now, this is bizarre, this is funny, and also raises a big question mark on the news consumption pattern of the netas and how they speak in the public domain. Number one fact that, as you know, Jyotiraditya Scindia has rightly pointed out and fact-checked Nana Patole that cheetahs were actually brought from Namibia, not Nigeria. Number two, that the lumpy virus a battle that the country is fighting right now, and especially the farmers, cattle farmers are battling right now, had struck the country in the very early part of July itself, and in the past 3 months across the country, you know, cattle farmers are having a tough time. So, you know, this kind of bizarre and insensitive comment coming from a senior Congress leader raises a big question mark, and it also raises a big question mark, Pooja, on the news consumption pattern of these netas as to what kind of news they are getting. You know, because number one, he gets wrong on 2 points. It's not just 1 point where he is getting it wrong.
Yes.
The origin of cheetahs, Nigeria, it is from Namibia, and he talks about lumpy virus coming to the country because of cheetahs, spreading in the country because of cheetahs, while the fact is that country has been battling from this particular disease. The cattle
Amit,
of the
keep
country,
tracking the latest, because it's bizarre, if not hilarious, to make this comparison in the first place, because that's actually absolutely not happening, and then even naming the nation wrong. Thank you so much, Amit Bharadwaj, for the latest coming in from Maharashtra.